Welcome back. Now let's take you back to Kwakhangela Mankengane Palace in the northern part of KwaZulu-Natal, where Ihlambu ceremony that's going to be happening there this weekend has always been used as another method of reconciliation. But currently for AmaZulu Royal family, that's still very far from happening. King MisuZulu Kazwelithini is due to be coronated as the rightful heir, but some family members are challenging his ascension. Manqoba Mchunu is now connected. Manqoba, good afternoon. Just tell us what's the latest there about the preparations. What's happening?
Well, but then I can tell you that indeed preparations are underway here at the Kwakhangela Royal House here in Manqoba. And of course, for those ceremonies that are going to be taking place this weekend, but then I can tell you that there are already preparations that we are seeing here. There are pots that are in the fire as we speak, but then as well as some of the cleaning preparations, of course, that are taking place ahead of that ceremony, which is expected to start tomorrow. Well, but then it is an important weekend for the Zulu monarchy because this marks the traditional part as far as the rituals that need to be carried out are concerned before the new king ascends to the throne. And so essentially what will be taking place this weekend is a prelude to the official public coronation of His Majesty King MisuZulu Kazwelithini. And these are two significant ceremonies that must be carried out ahead of the coronation event, which is yet to be announced. But those include what is known as the King's Ritual Hunt, or eNCA, which is a long-standing tradition of the Zulu kingdom dating back to the ancient times of Ilembo Shaka, where the king-elect, if I may put it that way, will authorize eNCA or hunters to go on a hunt and bring back a wild animal. And this will then lead to the ceremony known as Ihlambu, which is essentially the cleansing ritual following the departure of the Zulu king Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu. And the blood of that animal pattern will be used to cleanse the late king's weapons, which include a spear and a shield, as well as the cleansing of the throne, or Uhlanze Hlalo, which is considered a sacred ritual in preparation for a new king who will ascend to the throne. But the important ceremony that is expected to take place on Sunday is for King MisuZulu to enter the crown, which is considered to be the traditional coronation of King MisuZulu to the throne. This, of course, is expected to continue amid tensions and divisions in the royal household on who the next AmaZulu king should be. You recall that this is not the first time that some of these rituals are being held. Some of them were held earlier this year by the side of the family which calls itself the core Zulu royal family, or the ruling family, which include the siblings of the late king, among them his brother Prince Mbonisi. And this was done in the absence of King MisuZulu at the time, who had fallen ill. And these royal family members have made it quite clear that they do not recognize King MisuZulu as a rightful heir to the throne. They contend that MisuZulu should not call himself king, as certain royal protocols have not been followed. And they are supporting Prince Sparate, the eldest son of King Zwelithini, as a rightful heir to the throne. We do know, pretend that they also held a media briefing yesterday saying that they are in fact not going to recognize King MisuZulu as the new Zulu king. But take a listen to that package that was compiled by my colleague Siphamandla Goke yesterday.
Senior AmaZulu Royal family members, calling themselves core and ruling family, say the ongoing divisions are affecting the unity of the nation.
Naye ingane yenkosi le uMisuZulu uma naye ngempela ebukhathalele ubukhosi bakubo, akayeke ukudidiswa abantu bepolitiki, akayeke ukuhamba ezibiza ngesilo ekubeni izinto azikahle azenziwanga ngendlela eqondile.
Royal family members say the issue of succession following the demise of King Zwelithini is far from over.
Until such time we meet the entire royal family members, the core members, that is their responsibility to do that part of the work. And then the family, when they've decided, there will be ceremonies that will be followed until such time he gets coronation, like the cleansing of the throne, until such time that has not been done. So we can't call the king's son as His Majesty.
The core royals say ongoing legal battles are dealing with the issue of succession.
It's a review application in Pretoria where my clients, the members of the ruling family, are challenging the decision by the president to to recognize Prince MisuZulu as Isilo. That case will still take some time to conclude. We estimate 6 to 8 months before it's ready to go to court. And that's just an estimation. The second kind of case that is in court is in the Supreme Court of Appeal, where again my clients and others are applying for leave to appeal to challenge the decision of the outcome in the Pietermaritzburg court regarding the coronation process. And the third case that has come up and which is quite challenging, it's a case that has been brought by Judge Jerome Ngwenya, where he is asking the court to accept the will of Isilo, to accept and condone the lack of formalities in the will of Isilo.
King MisuZulu is set to preside over traditional ceremonies this weekend, including the ritual hunt known as Inqina and the cleansing ceremony known as Ihlambo. Before entering the kraal, in what's considered a very significant moment ahead of the government-led public coronation event on a date yet to be announced. Siphamandla Goge, Durban.